I made many other tents before this, but all the footage was pretty much just screwed up because I accidentally restarted my iPad while I was recording, and it didn't really give me the recording back. So in this attempt, I tried to use a helicopter to get to the top of the storm, so we could see what the map would look like. I know I'd only have like 30 seconds to look at it because it'd probably be 10 tick by that point. But somebody already took away the helicopter and I was stuck looting. Also, my mic was off the whole time, so that's why I'm recording this. So there's silence to fill in the noise. Oh wait, noise to fill in the silence. I don't know how I did that backwards. As I was taking on other people, I fought them. I saw that somebody else had done the dirty work of building a sky base for me. So I decided to just find the person, kill them, and then just continue their sky base, because I had enough mats to continue their sky base. I was kind of scared to walk up this sky base because, of course, the way they edited it. So I tried shooting at the person, and they saw me. And unfortunately, he got a hold of me before I could get a hold of him. I tried to build and I failed. It looked like he was teaming with somebody else, but I don't have the proof. I was deciding whether or not to even put this in the video because I didn't even get to build before I got killed here. So this happened. Okay, so this is the one where I actually got to build a sky base. I started out, but then I realized I wasn't in a really good position to start it because anybody could see it and be like, oh no, he's trying to build up, let's shoot at it. Because when I first tried the sky base, I got shot down by a helicopter. So I decided to just wait until the storm got here so I could cover up my builds with the storm. Because you can still because while you can't build in this new storm, your build won't break when you're in the storm. So I tried and I failed. I was being attacked by all kinds of people. I attacked somebody so to discourage people following me. I shot down the other sky base I built, and then I saw that there was somebody up where I was building a sky base, so I decided to just build up there. I didn't notice him until he started building, and it turns out he was a sweat from season 5. I battled him, and it went as well as you would expect. And then I got third party. Well, oh wait, now looking back at this video, I can see that the other person wasn't a sweat from season 5. The other person was a sweat from season 5. So I got attacked by 2 sweats. One was from season 5 and the one was from wherever, because he was wearing a new PlayStation skin. And the guy even just struck me down using my own build. This was the closest thing to the success of my challenge. A henchman got better at aiming, so he took out at least half of the health of my helicopter, so I went to the grotto to get another one. And I successfully... After I surprisingly pulled that off, I was at the storm and it was time to camp. I was kind of scared because I actually never seen it in action before because I've always gotten killed earlier and I never get a closer look at it because it's always offshore and the only way to get a good look at the storm is by helicopter, which I'm doing right now. This kind of looks like a movie that I can't really name off the top of my head, but you watching probably get what I'm thinking about. So this took forever and ever, but it finally paid off. The storm would either move 1 minute in it and go from a far storm, or it would be 5 minutes and be from a far storm. Yeah, it was a really weird storm. Midas pretty much just screwed up the storm. Roughly about 2 minutes later, I found out the storm had moved in an area that was really not going to be well for me because if it moved into one of the POIs, it would pretty much just mean that somebody would have enough cover to shoot at me with me not being able to have any cover. Okay, so the good news is the video doesn't stop here. The bad news is it doesn't completely go in all the way. Hey. So, well, one of the people were making a sky base up, and the other one was shooting it down. Since there was water everywhere, nobody would take fall damage if they fell. But at one point, I wanted to go get revenge on the people because a lot of people shot me down while I was trying to build a sky base. But I decided, hey, this guy might have to be recording too, so why not? So why not just let him live? But unfortunately, the other guy decided to shoot him down, and that was not cool. So they had to fight each other out. So they had to fight it out while I was flying. I was scared because the second one of them died, the focus would be on me. I didn't want that because the second they stopped shooting at each other, they would start shooting at me. Well, one of them would. And if I won the storm, it would be 10 tick, so I was still pretty much screwed. And if I got out of the plane, out of the helicopter, I would pretty much be dead because I had no weapons and this guy was probably loaded. So I did the only thing I could do: avoid all his bullets as best as I could, and hope we would leave me alone long enough for the storm to completely close in, or close in enough to make it look like it flooded. As the storm closed, I had less and less space to dodge his attacks, which was the flaw in my plan. The second flaw in my plan happened to be the fact that he was building down, so if I had fallen, I'd most likely land on his build, which would kill me. I was running out of health. So eventually the storm got a hold of me, and I died, and the storm stopped moving, so I couldn't see it completely close in regardless. Are bittersweet because at the end, a highly anticipated season will start, but a season that we've loved for so long will be gone. Season 2 is not one of those seasons. Z out.